Hey everyone, it's Lisa the Whimsical Gardener. Welcome to my channel. So today we have lots and lots of potting up to do. So the first thing that we need to do, I don't know if you can see all of my things behind there, but I've got a lot of potting up to do. So we've got some eggplants that we need to pot up. We also have lots of gomphrena as well. We've got a bunch of peppers as well that really needs to be potted up as well. So we've got that. So that's just the first couple of things that's on the list. In addition to that, my coleus seedlings are dying to be potted up. So I need to do that as well. And we've got a couple of other things. So let's start first with our gomphrena, and I've got everything set up and I'll show you about that. We'd love if you can subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. Alright, so the first thing that we need to do is our gomphrena. So I have two 2x2 containers, and I'm going to pot up all of them individually. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, let me show you how I'm going to tease them apart. So what I did was I filled these up with potting soil and gave it a good drink of water. I like to keep my soil moist, so I'm not putting my seedling into anything that's dry. Now let's show you how I'm going to tease this apart. This one here is the QIS Fiery Gomphrena. I'll pop a picture up the screen so you can see it. I'm going to take my plastic butter knife and I am going to scoop the gomphrena up. Alright. Now this one here, you'll notice, has some green algae on it. I'm going to remove the algae before that goes into my container. So this is my seedling. Now I'm going to take my container. I'm going to make a little bit of an indent in the middle, and I'm just going to pot this up. Be gentle with the seedling. Now some of these will not survive the transplant. That's fine. This is what you're looking for. I'm going to go ahead and put it in my tray. Let's continue potting these up. This, and I'll show you at the end of it what does it look like. I do have a second variety. I'll have to pop the picture on the screen because the tag wiped out. I couldn't see what it is. Alright, so I've potted up all of the QRS Fiery. So now I'm going to move on to the other one. I'll pop in a picture again so you can see what that looks like. I've potted up all of my gomphrena, and now we need to move on to our coleus. I sowed these in takeout containers back, I want to say December 29, 30ish, something like that. Fertilized it about 2 times, and this is February 1st. I'm filming this, and look at the growth. Oh my goodness, you guys. So what I'm going to do is take my little butter knife. I'm going to scoop a little bit up here. I've already sort of scooped this one up a little bit just so I can see the root structure of it. Now be very gentle with coleus because they snap super easily. Not beautiful? Let me bring you a little closer because I want you to see up close what I'm doing. I keep the soil moist, and what you want to do is gently piece it apart like that. So that's what you're looking for on there. Alright, so if you try to do this and the soil isn't moist, it may snap. So that's why I would say piece the roots out first from the soil and then pull it apart. Now I've got 1,000 of these, so if one of them snap, I'm not going to be sad. Here's another one. Oh, there's another one right there. Alright, so I'm going to do 3 per container because guess what, guys? I've got so many coleus. Did you guys see this? How much would you say is in this container here? I've got way too many coleus, which they germinated a lot better than what I had last year. That one's not good. So I'm just going to gently tease this one apart here. So I've got 3. I'm going to put 3 per container just because I've got so many coleus. So this one in the wrong pot would be for my seedling sale. And then I'll show you what I do for the ones that I keep for myself. Because I use a tray like this and I pot it up in it. But let me show you this one first. Alright, so I'm going to moisten the container first. Be very gentle with coleus because they snap super easily. My little dibbler, grab my seedling, and that's all you do. I'm going to space them out because they are going to get big, and I know you should only do 1 per container, but guess what, guys? I got so many coleus, why not offer something that's fuller? Alright, let's do another one. Oh, this is one of the most beautiful seedlings out there. Wait till you see them a little bit bigger. By the way, game changer with this watering can. Here, game changer. The ones I'm a little bit iffy about, I'm not going to plant them just because I've got so many seedlings. So now that I have a little bit of a gap, I can just go ahead and break a piece out like this. Alright, so lesson for next year, guys. I don't need to do 2 separate containers. I just need 1 container, 1 takeout container. Because the germination rate was amazing. And I think I know what my problem was the year before, why the germination rate was not so great. I think I didn't keep the container covered long enough and I didn't water it enough. So anyway, so this is what I have here. I'm going to go ahead and continue potting up. I have an aluminum tray. Yes, I know, an aluminum tray filled with potting soil. I'm going to go ahead and moisten it up. My seedling, gently tease it apart. Then I do, you can see it, take my container and I pot it up like this. And yes, am I doing it closely? I know I am, but it works for me. And then I'll get a good 3 to 4 inch size seedling to plant out. And what I'm going to do is pack the ones that I don't get a chance to plant. I'm going to still keep them in case some of these don't survive the transplant. Alright, this is what my completed tray looks like. This is going to go under the grow lights and I'll fertilize in about a week. I'm going to continue potting up and making more containers like this one here. And then more containers like this too as well. Next we have to do is pot up our eggplant. Isn't that beautiful? So this is Black Beauty that I sowed on 12/27. Filming this on February 1st. Gorgeous, isn't it? First, I've got some container with potting soil here. Let's go ahead and tease this apart. So what I'm going to do is hold it up and gently, I did water the soil so it's nice and moist. Pull this out. Ooh, look at the root system. You see the white roots? And I'm going to gently tease this apart. And we're going to pot them up. Oh my god, just a beautiful seedling. Look at this. Okay, so then I got two tiny ones. I'm going to put those in one pot. And my container. And I'm going to plant this a little deep. Just because the stems are pretty long. Got my tag. There you go. Beautiful plant. Let's do the other one. This one here I kept as much root as possible, so I'm just going to make a good space here. Let's do one more. So I've got these that have two little tiny ones. So I'm just going to go ahead and pot them up into one. Got my tags already done. Alright, so there's my seedlings. I'm going to go ahead and water these again. Oh, look at the roots again. Let's pry these apart. Most of these are for the seedling sale. Some of it are from my yard again. Alrighty, calling it quits for today. So I have potted up all of the Black Beauty eggplant. I did them in single container except I ran out of soil, and so a couple of them are in 3 in a container until I get soil later in the week. What I also did was pot up. Guys, are you ready for this? All of this is coleus. There's just so many baby coleuses. So some of them I pot up for my parents, some of it for my yard, some of it for the plant sale as well. Also organize this area here. I do need to put another plant here, but that's all of the gompphrenas, and there's some coleus as well. And I also did some more coleus over here, guys. So many coleus, and I'll have to show you. I still have a lot more. So I do need to water everything now. So I'm gonna go ahead and water. The seedlings are doing really great. This is my status seedlings that we potted up last week. They do need a drink of water, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. At the bottom here I have more seedlings and my ranunculus. You can start to see there's green on there. So that would be it for right now. We'll continue continue pottering up in the future. I do want to give an update on my Lysianthus. So this we sowed on, I think, 12/29. Do you see all the green? So this is about a month of growth. That's how tiny it gets 1 month. Hopefully they can focus a little. So I just keep spraying them. I do need to fertilize now. And then more seedlings still left to pot up. So the next thing that we need to pot up would be, I've got some peppers. So that desperately needs to come out, so we need to pot those up. And then I also have my Turkish eggplants. I only had a couple seeds, so I have some of those to pot up. My Casper eggplant, not so good. Rosa Bianca, no germination on those, but my Turkish eggplant, practically all of them germinated. A couple of jalapenos as well that I need to pot up as well. So let's do those. So I got my 4-inch pots here that I'm gonna use. Let's go ahead and do the Turkish eggplant since we have that already. So we only have a few of those, by the way. Look at the roots. I do need to water this a little bit. Since I have a lot of Turkish eggplant, well, not really. Let's say 1, 2, 3, about 6. I'm gonna see if I can put some of this for the plant sale. We'll see, maybe. Beautiful Turkish eggplant, isn't it? Let's do the couple of jalapenos that I have. Ooh, nice roots. Since my container is huge, I'll just cut these up. A couple per container. Definitely they were running out of nutrients. If you notice, they're a little bit yellow. Alright, so I have containers prepared for the next batch of peppers. So let me go ahead and give this a little bit of water so it's a little bit easier to pull out. So let's start with the red habanero. Gently tease it apart. And I'm going to take my container. Beautiful roots on the plant. Alright, so now we'll do our orange habanero. Beautiful. Tease this one apart too as well. Ooh, nice roots. Let's go. Oh, these plants desperately needed some water. Pimento. So it's got a little bit of algae, so I'll take the algae out. While we're at it, I need to pot up my pequeño yellow and red, and my peppercini as well. Serrano, not so much germination. Cayenne, pretty good germination. Desperately needs water. Oh, this is a beautiful pequeño. I thought I'd had more germination on this, but it's beautiful seedling though. Let's go ahead and label because I know I'm not going to remember. This one, the germination was pretty good. A little bit of green algae, but not bad. So I sowed these on 12/27, filming this February 6th, a little bit over a month. Alright, taking my seedlings and I'm going to put them under the grow light, which I just had these all set up. I have to do it a little bit higher. That's what I just did there. Alright, so got my plants under the grow lights. I went ahead and gave them a little bit of water too as well. I think this is where I'm going to end this potting video. Lord knows how much more I have to pot up. But hopefully this was enjoyable. You learned a little bit about potting up seedling and what it takes to pot them up. If you have any questions, put it in the comment section. I'll respond as soon as I can. Would love if you can subscribe to the channel as well. Until next time, everybody, happy gardening. And my room is getting so filled, you guys, and this is only February 6th, and I'm gonna be this weekend starting like tomatoes and different things like that. So, and then my other flowers. So I don't even know where I'm putting all of this stuff. I may have to expand to the guest bedroom next door, but yeah, I still have a couple of shelves and all of that stuff, and I still have one more shelf like this in the greenhouse that I could technically bring in and repurpose in here too as well, but it's starting to look really good. Alright, I'm gonna stop blabbering. Until next time, happy gardening.